Jenrick, you've said it's the honour of your life to serve the people of Newark. Your association says that you've betrayed them today. If you respect your constituents so much, why not call a by-election and stand as a Reform candidate?
But look, I don't intend to call a by-election, but I'll say this to you. I was elected at the last general election against every poll, all the MRP polls and whatever that journalists like yourself were putting out. And that, I believe, was because my constituents knew that I stood up for them.
When I was leader of UKIP back in 2013 and 14, I had several Conservative members of the Parliament who wanted to defect and sit as UKIP. I said to all of them, the only acceptable way you can do that is to resign your seat and hold a by-election. And two of them, Douglas Carswell and Mark Reckless, did exactly that and indeed went on to win the by-elections. For the others, I said, it's no go, it's not right, it is dishonourable. And this really is the dishonourable member for Bury South, Christian Wakeford. It is a complete insult to voters for MPs to have the arrogance to think that it's them they voted for, when the truth is most of us vote for or against the main party leaders. And it amazed me that Boris Johnson, in response, didn't even ask for the man to put himself forward for a by-election. You see, the truth, folks, is they're nearly all, not all, but nearly all, career politicians. You, the voters, are just useful to them once every few years. It's all about them. It is, I think, today, a disgraceful episode.
You mentioned democracy, though, and I share your concerns about these cancelled local and mayoral elections. Why, therefore, won't there be a by-election on the part of Robert Jenrick so that he can get the people of Newark to elect him as a Reform UK MP?
Well, he was elected by his constituents, and they know his principles and values. And those principles and values actually are what used to be known as conservatism. But the Conservative Party basically became a sort of bunch of con-socialists, stroke Lib Dems, and Robert was battling against that. But his constituents, they knew exactly what he stood for. He hasn't changed, but he realised that he can't change his party.
Here we are again for another day of Nigel Farage and his mad contradictions. Imagine having a brain the size of a pea and believing that the millionaire reform gang are really coming together to help out the poor, and are not using you to get hold of the NHS so they can sell it and become billionaires.
It's a shame. It's a real shame that some British people can't see the most obvious come. Since Brexit,